Hi, my name's Lindy Cowling and welcome to this channel. My website is www.lindycowling.co.uk. My email is info@lindycowling.co.uk. And the title of this evening, that's evening UK time, that's the 7th of April video, is Lost Without You. So this is an impromptu video, again completely unplanned, but I was listening to some music earlier, as I'm a big music fan as well as a big movie fan. I absolutely love music and I absolutely love singing actually, and I was listening to some music earlier and I was listening to different remixes of that particular song called Lost Without You, which is, I think it's a song that's about a year or 18 months old. But anyway, listening to that inspired me, suddenly gave me that creative inspiration in the heart to come on and record a video. So I don't expect this to be a very long video. The last couple I brought out have been 35, 36 minutes. I'm expecting this probably to be about half that. But let's see how it goes. As you know, those of you that are regular followers or subscribers to my channel know that I work very much spontaneously, very much through intuition, very much from the heart, very much from that, let's say, heart-channeled perspective, and it's an experiential channel, which means everything I share is coming directly from their personal or professional experience, or both. So, Lost Without You. The title would imply that this is going to be quite a heavy-duty doom and gloom video, but it's not. Where I'm going to start with this is, as part of our human experience, we go through very many different life events and life experiences, and one of the biggest ones that affects us all actually at some point is the departure. That's either us departing or another departing, the parting of ways of us as human expressions of consciousness, as human beings, with those we love. And sometimes this parting happens through death, it happens through illness, it happens through outgrowing one another, it happens sometimes what would seem very naturally and organically, simply people going out of sync with one another's vibration and frequency, and sometimes it seems like a very sudden and dramatic event, and sometimes it is. And one of the most common things I hear from people that I work with all over the world that are going through or have gone through an awakening process, an evolutionary expansion to their consciousness, they are really all coming from having had or going through experiences of feeling that loss without someone that has been alongside them for a while. Now, this could be in any and every form. This could be someone alongside them in the form of a partnership, in the form of a boyfriend or girlfriend, in the form of a relationship, in the form of a sacred connection or a divine partnership, in the form of a conventional marriage, in the form of friendship, in the form of lovers, in the form of soulmates, in the form of ascensionary soulmates, in the form of conscious connections, unconscious connections, twin flame union, twin flames, conscious connections. I think I've said that one, in the form of, well, you get the picture, from all kinds of connection. And the familiar theme for people is that real heartfelt and energy felt experience they go through when that person is no longer walking beside them. And really, for all the reasons I've listed, you know, it can be every conceivable reason you can imagine. You walked away, they walked away, you know, numerous. We could go on all day with the examples there. And so what I hear from people all over the world, again, when they're going through these awakening processes that involve loss of some kind, the person that they were with is no longer walking alongside them, perhaps not anymore on this journey, or perhaps they'll be back in later, or perhaps, you know, it's been more than one person this has happened with, and they will say to me, you know, I'm totally lost. I'm totally lost without them. I'm totally lost. If we go back to the title of this video, Lost Without You. First of all, I think we have to pay absolute respect and honour to anyone and everyone that has and is experiencing some kind of loss. There is no measurement on how profound that loss can affect somebody, and how such a departure from someone or a number of people in one's life affects one person would not be as dramatic or severe as it would affect another, because we're all slightly different, we're all wired slightly different in our personalities, we're all slightly different expressions of consciousness coming from a melting pot of consciousness. We're all slightly unique, we've got slightly different soul signatures, slightly different life experiences. So I want to begin by paying, you know, homage really and respect to the many of you that have gone through these kind of experiences and have experienced a lot of loss that has knocked you sideways and devastated you at that time. And I want to also pay respect to those that have been through that, recovered from it and come out the other side and somehow kept on not just going and soldiering on and come past that survival and started to thrive again and started to breathe again and started to live again. And the theme all over the world with people going through this is, you know, again, I'm just lost. I'm lost without them. You know, I'm lost without you, as the name implies. And what I would say is, while we can pay utmost respect to all of you and all of us that have gone through this kind of thing, that we can come almost like full circle or full spiral, if you like, back to you, and back to you as a human being, as a unique expression of consciousness, as you as a personality, you as a soul, you as a spirit. And when I say we come full spiral back to that, really we're coming back to your connection to you, as in inside you. Not just your connection to you as in outside of you. So if you've connected with a profound connection of some description that happens to be an aspect of you in more than one human body, I'm talking about the connection to you within you, within your body vehicle, you as consciousness, spirit, you as matter, you as vibration, you as frequency. The connection you have with you, within you, is absolutely vital to your life experiences, really, and to how you navigate through those life experiences, not just through the good times, but sometimes through the more challenging times, and how you manage to survive them and come out of surviving to thriving. So There's a difference between absolutely being flattened by an experience, like a steamroller has run over you, and then any experience that comes after that totally annihilating you, flattening you. Or there's a difference between being on the water and then literally drowning at every emotional or spiritual or physical experience that you have, and being like a cork on the water that bobs about and it kind of tips and then it tips, but it straightens up and it balances out. How to be a cork on that water is to have that complete connection, that complete synapse, that complete circuit within yourself, so that you are not any longer experiencing being lost without you, lost without you in you. Because any experience that you have in this life is always going to be through your personality, your heart, your soul, your spirit, your consciousness, your perception. And I've covered at great length on how that perception is set up over the 5 years on this channel. All of those perceptions that you have are going to be served better for you on your behalf if you have a balanced relationship, a balanced circuitry, a balanced synapse within yourself to yourself. It is in fact at the heart of everything. It's not just at the heart of human relationships. It's not just at the heart of human partnerships. It's not just at the heart of an ascensionary awakening that involves someone else. But it's at the heart of your own divinity, your own expression, your own life experience, and it can help soften and take off the rough edges of those experiences if you have a balanced connection within yourself to yourself. Whilst we can and have, and some of us more than once, experienced profound loss of somebody else, you are never so lost as to have lost yourself within yourself. You are never so lost as to be totally out of connection and sync with yourself within yourself. This is something that pretty much happens to everyone at some point in their life. Some people get caught in that cycle for quite some time or indefinitely, and others, after a period of time, shall we say, they find their way out by finding their way in. So they find their way out of that cycle of suffering, that spiral of suffering, by finding their way in to really connecting with themselves, but connecting with Source inside of themselves. To simplify, really understanding the true meaning of a unification of themselves inside themselves. Instead of you just holding your hand and feeling completely lost, that the people that were holding that hand aren't physically alongside you now, it's knowing that the other hand, in fact more than one hand, is there all the time inside you, inside your heart. It's making that link, that connection. It's a unified level of consciousness or energy to know that that is inside your metaphysical heart can never be taken away. And so while we totally honour the human experience of being lost without someone, totally missing them, feeling devastated, feeling you'll never be the same again without them, there is within you, let's say, a wellspring of energy, a wellspring of you that isn't just you in isolation, your personality, you. It's infinite. It's not you as one matchstick out of a box of matches. You're the whole bonfire. You're the whole flame. People say to me over and over again, they use different language for it, but they say to me over and over again, and this is a pattern that hasn't really changed. They say to me, I am completely and utterly lost without the other, completely and utterly lost. I'm lost without you. They say this over and over again. And why we cannot lock down and bury those feelings, they have to be honoured, not repressed. The gift of any experience that involves that kind of loss is to connect the circuits, connect up the dots, connect up the spiral, connect up the synapse to the metaphysical portal of your heart, where you were always source, where you were always soul, where you were always divine, where you were always spirit, and realize that all aspects of everything that you've ever experienced, all you have been, are, and ever will be, is all happening in this infinite second in your heart portal. Every experience that you're having, had, or will ever have, and all those that you've interacted with, those that you have loved, those that you have physically lost, you're still connected with all of it and part of the overall picture within your unified heart. People tend, in everyday human experience, not to look at it that way. They look outside all the time, and it's part of being human. That's not wrong. It's part of being human. Some of our human experiences totally and utterly suck. They do. Part of surviving and then thriving is not to really beat yourself up for that or struggle against that, but to accept there are going to be sometimes a little bit of up and a little bit of down and ups and downs until things balance out. And then something will come in from left field and it will wobble your balance a bit, but because you're in connection with you inside you, like that cork on the water, you rock backwards and forwards, but you don't sink. You don't drown in it. You bob back up again and balanced. Why? Because you're into connection to yourself. You have that unification within yourself. You have that love within yourself. You're aware of that love, not only within yourself, but for yourself. You're aware on every single level of mind, body, spirit, and soul that nothing really is ever truly lost. That it is there within your unified heart. It is there within you. And yes, you can miss those physical experiences. You can miss those physical people. But they're all stitches in the overall tapestry you are. It's all still there in your heart. You can build on those life experiences. You can trampoline off those life experiences, still incorporating them all within that frequency of joy, all within that divine love, if you like, within your heart, and still go on to experience other things. Not to be afraid to experience life, not to be afraid to live, not to be afraid to experience love outside of you again. Because you know what? If you're aware of that connection to you and that relationship inside you to you, and if you're aware that you can never be lost without you again because you found you within you, then any experience outside of you and any partnership, relationship, sacred connection, soulmate, twin flame, it doesn't matter what it is, catalyst, it will never derail you from you ever again. Not ever again, because you found you in here. You made the connection with you. And you did it all by yourself, just like magic. And you will never be lost without you again. From my heart to yours, felt that one in the heart. I will love you and leave you. I hope that hit the spot. Take care. See you again soon, guys. Bye.